Welcome to Northeast Web Shots. You are watching Daily Evening News Bulletin with me, Shushila Chetri. Starting off with the national news. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 59 crore 47 lakh mark. India's first mRNA-based COVID-19 vaccine has received a nod from the Drugs Controller General of India to move into Phase 2 and Phase 3 trial. Genova Biopharmaceuticals Limited, which is the Pune-based biotechnology company, is working on the mRNA-based COVID-19 vaccine SGC-CO19. National Telemedicine Service e-Sanjeevani has conducted more than 1 crore teleconsultations across India. It has shown astounding growth of over 1000% in last 10 months. Government to launch eShram portal, national database on unorganized workers on 26th August. It helped take welfare schemes to their doorstep, Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav said. The first edition of the Northeastern Region District Sustainable Development Goal Index Report and Dashboard 2021-22 will be launched on the 26th of August by Niti Aayog and Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who is on a 2-day visit to Mumbai, met with the officers of Income Tax and Customs and Indirect Taxes in Mumbai. She will also launch EASE 4.0, Enhance Access and Service Excellence. EASE is a common reform agenda for public sector banks aimed at institutionalizing clean and smart banking. Its first edition, EASE 1.0, was launched in January 2018. The construction work at the Noida International Airport project started on 25th August in Gautam Budh Nagar's Jiwar area. The airport is proposed to come upon 1,334 hectares over the next 4 years under Phase 1 of the project. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will brief floor leaders of political parties in Parliament on the prevailing situation in Afghanistan on 26 August. An earthquake in the Bay of Bengal measuring 5.1 on the Richter scale has created panic among the people of Andhra Pradesh on 24th August. Earthquake occurred at 12:36 p.m. on 23rd August at 10 km depth in the sea near 296 km from the Kakinada coast. It was also close to the Nellore coast, AP. Union Minister Narayan Rane was arrested on Tuesday after sparking off a row over his remarks about slapping Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray for what he claimed as the latter's ignorance of the year of India's independence. All educational institutions will be reopened in Telangana from September 1 at one go. Students from KG to PG have to attend physical classes from the beginning of next month. Andhra CM YS Jagan Mohan Reddy directed housing officials to start construction of houses under Pedalandriki Ullu scheme for the poor from October 25. 2 members of the band CPI Maoists surrendered before the police in Bhadradari, Kothagudem district of Telangana. Both the Maoists hailing from Chhattisgarh and members of Kerala LOS. Former Meghalaya MLA Julius Dorfang gets 25 years in jail for raping minor in 2017 when he was still an MLA. A POCSO court in Meghalaya on 24th August sentenced former Mohati legislator and HNLC Julius Dorfang to 25 years in imprisonment. Sugarcane farmers withdrew their blockade after the Punjab government hiked the state advised price of sugarcane by ₹35 a quintal to ₹360. Air India Express has requested its passengers travelling to the UAE from India to be at the airport 6 hours before the departure time of flights for a mandatory polymerase chain reaction test for coronavirus before flying. The Defence Research and Development Organization is participating in the International Military Technical Forum Army 2021 at Kubinka, Moscow from August 22 to 28, 2021. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh handed over the consignment of Made in India multimode grenades to the Indian Army in Nagpur on 24th August. Now moving on to international news. PM Modi spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin on recent developments in Afghanistan. Both the leaders had a detailed and useful exchange of views on Afghanistan's situation. They also agreed to continue consultations on important issues. A total of 626 people, including 228 Indian citizens, have been evacuated from Afghanistan till now, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said. Compulsory 14-day COVID-19 quarantine for Afghan evacuees at ITBP camp in Delhi. UAE have temporarily suspended the visa on arrival facility for passengers who are arriving from or have been in India in the past 14 days. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval hosted the 11th meeting of the BRICS High Representatives responsible for national security through video conferencing on 24th August. India holds the chairship of BRICS this year, which coincides with the 15th anniversary of the BRICS grouping. One of two under-construction frigates of India, a warship with a mixed armament to be delivered till 2023 by Russia's United Shipbuilding Corporation, work for the two advanced Talwar-class frigates was delayed due to COVID-19. The deputy CEO of the Air and Space Defense concern Almaz Ante Yaslevs-Rikan on Monday said Russia will begin to deliver surface-to-air missile defense system S-400 by end of the year 2021. Indian Army to buy AK-203 off the shelf from Russia with the production of 7.62 into 39 mm Russian weapons yet to start at the Korwa Ordnance Factory in Uttar Pradesh. Indian Army has decided to buy off the shelf 70,000 AK-203 assault rifles from Russia. Now moving further to world news. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization member nations will help Afghanistan build a peaceful and prosperous state, according to a statement released by the SCO's Secretariat. The UK Prime Minister is expected to ask US President Joe Biden to keep American forces in Afghanistan beyond 31st August in order to allow evacuating flights to continue. The United States said a total of 10,900 people were evacuated from Kabul in war-torn Afghanistan in the past 24 hours. US President Joe Biden sent the head of the CIA to meet the Taliban's leader Abdul Ghani Baradar in Kabul on 23rd August in the highest-level diplomatic encounter since the militant group took over the Afghan capital. Pakistan on 24th August received $2.75 billion from the International Monetary Fund under a special drawing rights program to support low-income countries hit by the coronavirus. Pakistan has reported more than 1.1 million coronavirus cases and more than 25,000 pandemic-related deaths. The prolonged closure of educational institutions during the COVID-19 pandemic has affected over 40 million students from the pre-primary to the higher education level in the Bangladesh UNICEF report. At least 22 people have been killed and dozens more are missing following flash floods in the US state of Tennessee. Rescue crews are searching for more than 50 people in rural Humphreys County, which is west of Nashville. Now moving on to sports news. 54 Paralympics athletes to represent India and begin their journey for the medals at Tokyo Paralympics on 25th August. Triple the number of athletes as compared to the 19 sent to Rio de Janeiro in 2016. This year, 54 athletes will compete across 9 para-sports: archery, athletics, badminton, canoeing, shooting, swimming, powerlifting, table tennis and taekwondo. The flag bearer will be javelin thrower Tek Chand. Till now, India has won a total of 12 medals at the Games, 4 gold, silver and bronze, each starting from 1968. COVID update national. India logged 37,593 new coronavirus infections while the active cases increased marginally to 322,327 according to the Union Health Ministry updated on Wednesday. The total tally of COVID-19 cases increased to 3,25,12,366 and the number of deaths climbed to 4,35,758 with 648 fresh fatalities according to the data updated at 8 am. The active cases comprise 0.99% of the total infections. The national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 97.67%, the ministry said. An increase of 2,776 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of 24 hours. So this is it for today. For more updates, keep watching Northeast Web Shots. Thank you.